you, then I'll be right there. Let me come check you, my baby. No time, no. You send me the look.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I am going to share with you how I found out I was pregnant before I actually missed my period. Yeah, and I actually have video footage because I actually vlogged when I was actually doing my pregnancy test. So I will actually put I'll put some clips in this video and show you guys how I actually found out I was pregnant. Yay! If you guys had watched my signs and symptoms video, then obviously you guys would know that something is up. Yeah. So how I found out I was pregnant is, well, let's get into it. Let's see. I was supposed to be expecting my period, and I was like, oh, my period's not coming. So generally, when I'm about to get my period, I usually will get cravings. So it's normal for me to get cravings. It's normal for me to feel tired, like fatigue. It's normal for me to be moody, to have some unusual cravings. So at first I wasn't thinking even anything of it, and even like for me having tender breasts, it's usually within like 3 weeks my boobs would actually get tender and they start getting big and full, and that is normal within itself for me to have all of that. But what I started noticing is, before I even test, I started noticing I kept having dreams, and I was even dreaming of fish, which I was like, oh, somebody I know is pregnant. Not thinking that it was me. I was dreaming of fish. That was one thing like I dream of. From my culture where I come from, well, from where I come from in the islands, they always say when people dream of fish, that means someone in their family is pregnant, or when you have a boil, whether it's on your lip, any part of your body, that means someone is pregnant that you know. So the fact that I was like dreaming of fish, and I was always dreaming about fish, but I was dreaming of eating the fish. Not actually just seeing it swimming around, but dreaming of eating the fish. But I had more than one dreams about dreaming about a fish. And then I had this dream about me and my husband having a little baby. And the baby, I think, I don't even remember if it was even walking yet. No, it wasn't walking. So, but I think it was sitting up. It was able to sit up by itself. And I was just looking at it, and in the dream it was so crazy. Like the baby started talking to me, and I was like, but they don't start talking at this age. So in the dream it kind of creeped me out, and it was just saying like, oh mom, everything is gonna be okay, I will see you soon. And it's just like, I was like, what kind of dream is this I'm having? So it was just crazy. And I also dreamt my mom as well. For those that don't know, my mom passed away. So just even having her in the dream, she came into the dream, and in the dream I don't fully remember, but she came and she said something to me, and then she's like, I have something for you. And then she's like, everything is going to be okay, make sure you take care of it when it comes. I was like in the dream I was asking her, I was like, what is it? And I started dreaming her a lot. And when she continued appearing, she just like literally appeared to me as like an angel in my dream. It was just so crazy. Yeah. And she just had this glow about her, and she was just always smiling. And she's like, don't worry, what I have for you, you're going to love it. And I was like, okay. So that was like something. And I was like, no. And then I started, and I was like, okay, it's almost a few. And I was like, no, it's almost about, my period should come within a week. And then I was like, you know what? Something was just pushing me. I was like, you know what? I should go and test. I should definitely go and test because I was just feeling off and something, like I knew something was different about my body. I could just feel it. And then I didn't say anything to my husband. I actually went and bought the pregnancy test. As you guys would see in the clips, I'll try and put the clips in between. Hopefully I still have them. I will try and put them in the video so you guys would see the clips of me going to buy the pregnancy test, because I just been feeling away. And like I started eating a little bit more than I usually eat because after my mom passed, like I lost a lot of weight. I wasn't eating as much as I should be eating. Like, yeah, you would think that there was something really wrong with me. So it's, you know, it was just something that hit home. So and then I started eating, because even the girls that I'm at work, they're like, you know, Shan, you know, why aren't you eating and stuff like that? And I was like, I'm just not hungry, you know. So I'd go to work all day and I won't eat, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, they're like, why are you eating so much? And now I see you bring food, you're bringing all this food, and ow, oh my goodness, my stomach. And they're like, you're bringing so much food, and now every minute you're eating, you're always snacking on fruits or crackers or something. But I started getting a little bit nauseous, and I was like, yeah, I know I generally get nauseous around the time. I was like, girl, they're like, you even look bloated. They're like, oh, it's just like coming. I'm like, yeah, it's coming. And I look extra bloated as well. And like I could see that I look bloated because even in my uniform, like I was like, no, how does this feel so tight? And I was like, that is so crazy. So then what I ended up doing is I was like, okay, after I bought the pregnancy test, I was a little bit nervous to test, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna test, and then if I find out, I want to find a way to surprise my husband. But in order for me to surprise my husband, I literally had to ruin the surprise for the kids. Even though they're kids, they're older anyway, so they wouldn't be as surprised as if they were like much younger and be like, oh yeah, I'm getting a sibling. So so what happened was I ended up testing, and first I tested with this pregnancy test. It was like one of those strip ones, and I tested and I seen a faint line. I was like, oh, okay, there's a faint line. I was like, but then me look at the package in red, and I was like, oh, this was expired from 2000 and what something. I was like, oh shoot. So when I tested and I thought I saw a faint positive, I was like, oh, I was getting excited. And then I seen it expired. I was like, are you kidding me right now? So it's a good thing I went out and I did buy a first response pregnancy test. So then when I did the first response pregnancy test right afterwards, because I didn't throw away the urine. I still had some, and I was like, you know what, let me see. And when I did, it just came up bright. There was just the bright two lines, and I was so excited. Well, I was a hot mess. I couldn't show my face on camera when I was actually recording this. So yeah, so it was just crazy. And I was so excited to find out. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and then I was planning and I was like, okay, should I tell him when he comes home? Should I wait? And this was like early in the morning. And I was like, no, I think I want to surprise him. But I don't know who I was going to surprise him. Then he comes home and tells me, like, I think a couple of days after, he's like, oh, by the way, hon, I am going away for, well, he's like, I'm going to go work overnight, which I thought he was just going to do night work and come back. So I was like, okay, I have enough time to plan. Then he's like, oh, no, I'm going away for like a week. I was like, are you kidding me? What do you mean you're going away for a week? And I was like, okay, I gotta figure out something quick and fast. So the original plan that I had to surprise my husband, to let him know, because by this time now, I had known for mm, maybe a week. Yeah, maybe a week or less than a week I've known for. And it was something literally I had to keep. Well, my two oldest, they knew about it. So, because I literally had to start planning and plan fast. And the way I wanted to surprise my husband, I wasn't able to surprise him, but I was still glad I was still able to pull something off. And he was surprised, as I will definitely put the clip of that in this video too. And if you have not watched my family channel yet, you can definitely go over there and catch that video. So his reaction to finding out he's going to be a dad is on there. So you can definitely go and catch that. So um it was just crazy how I ended up finding, and then I know I actually ended up testing again. So I ended up was going to work the next day, and I ended up getting a digital test because I was like, you know what, at least the digital will tell me how far along I am. When I did the digital, it says I was 2 to 3 weeks. I was like, dang, 3 to 2 weeks. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And I was like, but I swear my period has come. It still didn't come. So then I ended up keeping that. And that same day, I was like, okay, let me go and buy the stuff that I need to do. Hurry up, come home and wrap whatever quickly, shower, and just pretend like I'm going somewhere so he doesn't suspect anything. So when I did that, but then he kind of suspected something was going on, because he's like, oh, where are you going? You just came home, showered, now you're putting on makeup to go out. And but that's not what I was really doing. I was obviously just, putting on a little something something just to. And then he's like, oh, so he's like, what is this? He's like, I knew you were up to something. I'm like, what do you mean you knew I was up to something? When I surprised him, when our daughter came in with the bag, he's like, what are you up to? I'm like, nothing. Oh gosh. And then you see the bag comes in the room. He's like, I should have known. He's like, when you're up to something, you just go really quiet. He's like, from I heard the car stop when I was talking to you, and you said you're on your way home, and I asked you how far you were, and you're like, yeah, I soon come. I knew, and you were trying to hurry up and get me off the phone, but obviously I had to get him off the phone because I couldn't have gone in the store to go get what I needed to get with him being there, because he would have asked me what I'm doing in the store, what am I buying. And I was like, oh, I'm just coming, give me 5 minutes. I was like, someone's calling me. I literally made up some excuse. But yeah, and then he was surprised. But that's pretty much how I found out that I was expecting now. Well, now we are expecting. So that is it. And yeah, I told him, and it's been, just joy. It's always nice to the fact that you can bring life into this world. I think that's one of the most greatest gift God has given to women, is for women able to conceive, to grow a life, like a little tiny little human in your body, that basically depends on you. And it's so crazy how a lot of people don't understand. It's like being pregnant is literally a life and death situation, because at the end of the day, it's not just your life at risk, but also the unborn child that you're carrying as well. And within these 9 months of pregnancy is going to be the most crucial time. It's gonna be have happy moments, because some people have happy, some have sad, some go through certain things that you wouldn't want for yourself. But like I said, it's a new beginning, and you just gotta embrace and enjoy the moment. And yeah, you just got to give thanks that you're able to even conceive and able to even feel a tiny human growing in your body, feeling that first kick or that first movement. It'll be something to look forward to. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my little story time on how I literally found out I am pregnant. And yeah, this is 13 years difference. So it's almost like I am literally a first time mom all over again. So yeah, and everything now is literally different. Buying from when I bought stuff for my kids back in the days to now, everything is completely different. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I am excited to take you guys on this pregnancy journey with me. And if you are not yet subscribed to my family channel, which is the Williams family, make sure you go on over there and subscribe as well. But will be the channel where I will basically be doing updates on the pregnancy and any other thing that you guys would like to see on here. This channel is more about me and not about my family. But if you want to see what goes on in my day-to-day life, you can check out the Williams family, and that showcase you our journey of actually us also in the process right now of building our dream home back home from scratch. Literally blueprint and everything was me and my husband that did everything from the ground up. And yeah, we are working on it ourselves. Everything we're literally doing ourselves, and we just have like 1 and 2 or 3 workmen to assist with making the house to move faster. But yeah, so join us for that journey as well. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Tell you over talk and over dress and over sleep with no one to elevate them, feel them alone for do it big.